Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday the 3rd of September. Another week comes to a close, almost. But not before we finish off this. We've got a packed mod review today, and we've got quite a few updates, starting with the John Deere DB120 by JHHG modding, the John Deere DB60 by JHHG modding, the John Deere S700 series by JHHG modding, the John Deere S600 series by JHHG modding. The two harvester packs have had 8 sets of LSWs and 3D tracks added. The John Deere, how much round it is, might be the DB60, no, the DB120. Anyway, so a ton of configuration updates changed on that. The Lizard 15, 13, 11 cultivator by KZ modding. Then Old Kiwi Farm by Kaz64 that came out the other day. That has had the sell point fixed, the one that was missing, and a couple of other changes on that one. It does require a new save game though. Fixed missing sell point, redone season's mask, added New Zealand flag, and added animated animals at the animal dealer. And then we have got the Lizard Sam 600L by Pushcap and Cashtan 18, the Case IH Axial Flow 130 150 pack by Matt 26. That's had a few different models and things added in, and some larger headers. The Cow Barn by Daniel X321 and Sizek, and the Lepacho Trees by Team IWMM have all had updates today. Right then, in front of me, the Polish liquid fertilizer tank by JMZ or JMZ, depending where you're from. This is 0.35 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. You'll find it under placeables and miscellaneous. It is a buy point for liquid fertilizer only. I filled out that 6,000 litres, and it worked out at 1,704 for 1,000 litres. You can factor that into your equations if you're trying to work out a good place to buy liquid fertilizer. Yeah, I mean, it does exactly what it should. It sells liquid fertilizer, you buy it. That's it. And the placeables and miscellaneous by JMZ. Next, we have got the set of fences for your map. This by Mapper's Paradise, 2.28 megabytes to download. These you'll find under placeables and decoration. Each one is 1 slot each. Each one is £100, euros or dollars to buy. We have a single fence section, double fence section, triple fence section, corner section, and post. And then we have exactly the same but in a slightly different design. So just getting a little bit closer. Nicely detailed, nice texturing. I mean, it looks like wood, doesn't it, with the knots and everything in there. Very nicely detailed. Placing them might be a little bit tricky, like I've said before, especially on console when they're quite narrow. Getting things lined up can be a little bit tricky here and there. And then the second lot, again, single, double, triple, corner and fence post with a 3-bar fence. Again, looking very nice. Find those under placeables and decoration. That's by Mapper's Paradise. Next, we have got the Old Polish Brick Barn by Fudzo. 7.55 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. You find this under placeables and sheds, and it will cost you 20 grand. There is a slight problem with this. You can't rotate it. So when you come to place it, you can only have it in that orientation. It won't even go at 90 degrees. Sometimes they go in 90-degree angle. It will not rotate at all. I'll just show you quickly. I wasn't going to, but you know what happened. It'll work now. But so, Old Polish Brick Barn. I'm pushing forward and pulling back on my right stick. I'm trying the left stick. I can move it around with left stick, but I can't rotate it in any different direction. That's the orientation it comes in. Unfortunately, plenty of ivy on it, as we've come to expect. Doors open this side, and the other side tap it as drive through. There's no lighting inside. There we go. Old Polish Brick Barn by Fudzo. 20 grand, placeables and sheds. Next up, we've got these two. This is the Medium and Small Garage by Matej Mods. 12.72 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. These will also be found both under placeables and sheds. The larger shed, 4-door garage, is 40 grand, and the 2-door is 30 grand. Nice detailing, nice texturing. Ish. Just looking, actually, the brickwork doesn't line up, does it? I just noticed that in the corner. You can't trust these brickies. Come on, open. There we go. Does have lighting inside. There's not an actual workshop trigger or anything in here. I did go along and check and see if anything came up. But like I say, this one's 4-door with the lighting just there. And the 2-door version just behind also has lighting, and that's round to the right on this one. Just there. For storing whatever you want to store. Next we have got round here. This is the underground silo. And I was thinking about this actually. I was trying to apply a bit of logic. I know, on a Friday, am I mad? This is by the Lort. It is 0.57 megabytes download, which is brilliant. Multi-fruit silo, but these are underground silos. So all you've got is the top part. So this is the main silo. For putting in, you've got this hazard mark point here, like a sell point. Taking out is done over here. Then we've got a multi-fruit extension for this as well. Now that isn't for putting in, you still use that, but this is an extension for it. Now the premise being that because it's underground, I suppose it's not as unsightly. I guess that's the thing. It's not that it doesn't take up as much space, because once you've placed it, you can't put anything above it anyway. So I suppose the footprint of that isn't far off what a regular or a large silo would be anyway. So as far as footprint goes, probably the same. It's just not as unsightly, I guess, as a huge grain bin or whatever it is sticking up out of the ground. That's probably the meat and bones behind it. At night, the lights come on automatically around it. Get a nice glow. 1 million litres multi-fruit, 250,000 litres extension. But there's a catch to that. If we go and have a look in silos, it's the price. The underground silo multi-fruit is 200,000 for 1 million litres multi-fruit. That's fantastic. The extension is 100,000 for 250,000 litres. Once you've bought 2 of those extensions, that's 500,000 litres. You've paid the same amount as you would to just buy another silo. And you get double, you would have double the capacity. I don't know. I mean, you might just want to use a silo extension to put it next to one of your other ones or somewhere on your farm, or, you know, that's entirely up to you. But I just thought you might as well just buy another of those for 200 grand. Get yourself 1 million. Anyway, it's a minor point, but I thought I'd raise it. Just being pedantic, as I often am. The underground silo by the Lort. That one's 15 slots. That one's 5 slots. Job done. From there, we're going to go to, oh yeah, this. This is the Liebherr grinder. 1.12 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. This is by Adub Modding, ABP Team and Blacksheep Modding. This says it is designed to go with the Liebherr 902 pack. So to use that, that's what you're going to need to download. I don't know if it will work on any of the other excavator type things. It is designed specifically to work with this one. It's a stump grinder, tree removal-esque type bit of kit. You'll find it under, where was this? Tools and Miscellaneous, I think. Pretty sure it was. There we go. 4,000 to buy. We can change the main colour to any one of those. I think that's to match up with the colours you can have the Liebherr 902 anyway. And what we'll do, I've already taken a tree down, just to expedite the procedure. Turn it on. Now, because this you can adjust all the angles and things on it, which is rather handy. You can't rotate it, but then you can rotate that, so that's not too a problem. bring that down. There you go. Now, sometimes if you get a stubborn one, what you might need to do is just rotate a bit more like that. You can get that a lot closer to the ground. I don't know if it will remove the actual tree though. Or might just move part of it. I mean, it is designed specifically as a stump grinder. It's not supposed to be like the tree devourers and things like that. Yeah, I think it is more for a stump grinder than anything else. There you go. The Liebherr grinder by Adub modding, APP team and Blacksheep modding. Lovely. Moving on. We have this. This is the Handcrafted Ripper. This is by Thomas96 modding and Farmer Boy. Now this is another one that's designed specifically to go with one piece of equipment. This came out, was it last week? I'm trying to think now. The John Deere 50G mini excavator. No, it came out Saturday, didn't it? It was that weekend special. It's designed to go with that. It's a small plough, really. In essence, it's designed to work down between rows of, on vineyards and things like that. If you wanted to. So I think why you would plough them. It's basically just a mini plough. It is one slot, 0.37 megabytes download. I'm trying to think if I said that or not. You'll find this also under tools and miscellaneous. 800 to buy, 25 horsepower required, 0.6 meters, and the puzzle piece there does say John Deere 50G. We can change the colour of that. I should have shown that really. Oops. There we go. Hook it up. So, obviously, we can do whatever we want to do using the excavator itself, but to create fields, L1 and triangle, or obviously you can do it by bringing it out, swing it around, and however you want to do it, then bring it down, then drag it forward. Oh no, that's interesting. There we go. However you want to go about it, but it's just a narrow ripper plough implement. You may have a use for it. I'm not too sure. I'm sure people will think of things they want to use it for. That's the Handcrafted Ripper by Thomas96 and Farmer Boy. Next, right. We've got this. This is the John Deere 825. This is 4.83 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. This is by Rooster Mods and Appalaches Modding. This is it's a weeder, but it's a row weeder. So rather than just a general kind of across the board thing, this is designed to go between the rows when you've already got crops in the ground. The little spring tines there just pull all the stuff out you don't need. 8 row, is it 8 row? Yeah, now, so I say I don't normally run weeds. I've got weeds turned on. I have cycled through an entire day, and I haven't got any weeds growing. They just, for some reason, won't grow. I don't know if I need to put a crop in the ground first or not, but I've got no weeds. But it is a weeder. It will work like a weeder. I mean, I'll show you. It doesn't cultivate. It will just take the weeds out of the ground if you've got weeds. Very nicely detailed. Loads going on with all different tines. And if there were weeds there, it will pull them out, no problem at all. You'll find this under tools and weeders. 5,250, requires 50 horsepower to pull, so even small tractors can pull this one, no problem. 4.6 meters wide, 6 miles an hour it'll work at. You can have it standard like that. You can have it with a warning triangle. You can have it with reflector strips, which puts them on the sides there, but also on this side. And then you can have it with reflective strips and warning triangle if you want to. Those are the options. For the JD, the JD, that's what I've written in my notes, JD. John Deere 825 by Rooster Mods and Appalaches Modding. Next, we have got, where is it? It's over here. This. Told you it was packed with mods today. This is the D6N LGP by Janamsk It is 38.82 megabytes download, 25 slots on console for the main dozer, I guess. Front blade is 3 slots, and the rear ripper plough is also 3 slots. I'll show you where you'll find that one. That one you'll find under levelers, and it does say it's designed for silage and chaff and stuff like that, for silage clamps. That one you'll find under subsoilers. Each of these, I think, is 4 meters wide. This moves at a fair old pace as well. Nicely made and detailed. A little bit smaller than the D11, which is fairly expensive and an absolute beast. Awesome bit of kit, but yeah, so it's a smaller version, really. So the actual vehicle itself, you will find under vehicles and miscellaneous. I'll say that, it's 350 grand. That's not cheap. 182 horsepower, and it will run at 18 miles an hour, so fairly quick. No options available other than that. That's what you get. And then, as I said, under tools and levelers, the D6N blade, 2,450, 4.3 meters wide. Slot count will go down from 3 to 1. And then under subsoilers, I'm sure it was subsoilers. There we go. The D6N Ripper, 9,500. That's only 4 meters, so 4.3 in the front, 4 meters in the back. 140 horsepower required, which the dozer's got. 9 miles an hour, and you can create fields with it. Now, it does say about silage clamp, but I was curious. Horn, lights seem. Oh no, I suppose they're just further off, aren't they? So they seem a little bit weak, but not really. Front blade, L1, right stick up and down, and we can tilt it as well. So you've got tilt, raise and lower. All very nice. Now what I thought we'd try and do, can we do it automatically? No. Let's bring it down to ground level about there and see if it will push some wheat. I was just curious to see whether it would push anything else other than... Oh, it does, yeah. So you can move it for pushing, use it for pushing other things around if you've got stuff you want to move around in different places. Hasn't just got to be for your silage. That's good to know. Now, interior view is fairly limited. It's got slightly tinted windows, but yeah, because if you look round at the front, that front window is fairly small with quite large sort of door pillars and stuff. So it's a little bit restricted in here, but as it would be. Ripper on the back. Now on a normal field, just drop it down, works like a normal plough. L1 triangle to create fields, and then if we lower it down, L1 circle. Say that up. L1 triangle. Quite safe. 18, 19 miles an hour. It's no slouch over the ground for a tracked vehicle. Very nice, that. That's the D6N LGP by Janamsk. Lovely. Moving on, we've got these. This is the Steyr multi-series by Melody 98. We haven't had anything from Melody 98 in ages. Awesome. This is 20... Oh, actually, I didn't say what that was, did I? I'm so sorry. I don't think I did, anyway. 38.82 megabytes download. This one, sorry, back to the Steyr multi-series. 20.8 megabytes download. 24 slots on console for the first one, as I've already said, by Melody 98. Very nicely detailed. Small Steyr. A couple of different options, as you can see. I got the other one out as well, because if you go for this one with the forest frame, it takes the beacons off. Without that, you've got beacons on. I mean, you know, fairly straightforward, but I thought I'd show you a couple of options. This you'll find under small tractors. There we go. The multi-series, 82 gram for the base model. We can change the main colour from the red to the orange. We've got configuration, standard, 300 kilogram weight, 600 kilogram weight, 900 kilogram weight, or front hydraulics. Then we've got the option for tyres, Trelleborg, Michelin, knock-ins. The knock-ins are just standard, there's no other options within that. Under Trelleborg, we've got standard, weights, wides, widen weights, narrows, back to standard. Under Michelin, standard, weights, back to standard again. Then extensions, none. Big triangle on the back. Frame, which as you can see, takes those beacons off straight away. Back to none again. And then we've got a 99 horsepower and 114 horsepower. Those are the two options for engine. Then we can have front loader attacher. No, yes, and then the extra framework on the front if you want it. And off. Those are your options. So that one I went with the front loader, as you can see. That one with the frame. What's I do? Jump in this one because it's got the beacons on. Now I don't think it has doors or windows if I recall. There's been a few different vehicles today I've had to look at. No, horn. Turn the back off here. Beacons. Lights. Nice little tractor with a few options. Sounds good. This does have seat suspension as well, if I recall from the drive out. Yep, there we go. Lovely. Actually, I'm going to check as well. Mirrors. Mirrors a little bit. That's weird. No, the mirrors don't work. They've just got a generic something in them, haven't they? I'm not quite sure what that is. I thought about it the other day when there was something else. I thought, I didn't check the mirrors. I don't often. I kind of assume they always do. Anyway, there you go. That's the Steyr multi-series by Melody 98. Next, have I got through these a lot quicker than I thought I would do? Next, then, we've got the New Holland TF78. Well, New Holland TF series. This is by BlackEyes modding, 9.36 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. This has got a 7,000 litre tank. Doesn't come with any headers or anything, so there are other headers in game and loads of modded ones available. As you can see, there is a tractor version of it. The Electra Plus is the larger horsepower. We'll check the horsepower in a minute. Then we've got a New Holland TF76 and then the 78 as we go up the horsepower options. What I do like about this, though, for a fairly small harvester, it's not overly expensive, but the pipe comes up really high, which we'll also have a look at in a second. It's got this section on the back here, so you've got two chutes on the back, whereas normally you kind of have one underneath. It does have a trail hitch on it. Now, I don't know if you can tell, the windscreen or the screens look a little bit almost frosted, misted. From inside, that's how's the best way of putting it? I really don't know the best way of putting it. It's off-putting, I think. I don't know. We'll see in just a moment. Under harvesters, 85 grand for the base model. We can change the rim colour from yellow to white. We've got wheel setup standard, wide, or crawler tracks. The crawler tracks does add on 20 grand. Then you've got the TF76 Electra, 260 horsepower. We've got 286 horsepower for the Plus. Then we go to the TF78, 330 horsepower. Then for the Electra Plus, it's 360. So 360 horsepower for 100 grand. That's not bad, 7,000 litres. But if you don't want that much horsepower, you can get it for 85. Unless you're going to be on incredibly steep hills, you'd probably get away with the 260, I would think. Those are the options. Let's hop in, start it up. Right. That's it closed. Everything's folded up, warning markers on the back. Unfold, puts those down, opens the roof, ladder goes down. We do have a beacon on the top. Lights all round, including one for where the pipe comes out. Unfolded, we open the pipe. Like I say, that comes up really nice and high. So you're going to get that over most trailers. So for a fairly small harvester, I like that. And it's quite a long pipe as well. Interior though, like I say, it's a little bit like misted. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I just found when the sun was on it at certain angles, it was just a little bit off-putting, I think. Just trying to think, did this have a door that opened? I don't think it did. L1, R1, L1, no. Looks nice with the tracks as well. Like I say, if you want to keep the price down, don't get the tracks, you can pick it up for 85 grand for 7,000 litre. That's not bad at all, really. There we go. The New Holland TF series by BlackEyes Modding, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today and indeed this week, and it's these, or this absolute stonker of a mod, and it really is an absolute stonker of a mod. No surprise, this is by SiiD Modding. This is the John Deere 9R series 2021. Now, I've said this a load of times before, I'm not a particularly mad John Deere fan, but JHHG modding, SiiD modding, who else? Blower, there's a whole load of them that do their mods when they come out. 4D modding, just phenomenal. Zanarco 82 Studios, another one. If I've forgotten anyone, I do apologise. I'm not, but wow, the options on this are incredible. It sounds brilliant, and amazingly as well for a John Deere slot count isn't that bad for what you're getting. Beautiful looking mod. So the John Deere 9R Series 2021, 20.98 megabytes download, which I think is amazing. For that, 31 slots. There are in-game standard tractors that are that. So it's not a 40, 50, 60 slot John Deere. That's incredible. And it's got a ton of options on it. Really, really has. So, we'll just have a quick look around. I mean, look at the detail. The row crop one as well. Wow. So, you'll find it under large tractors. 415 grand for the base model, or 416 almost. So, options. We can have on the front a weight holder, 300 kilo weight, 500, 700, 1100, 1700, 2100, or rock box. So 2100 kilo is the largest front weight. You can have a rock box. Now it says blade attacher, but I was looking in the mods and it doesn't say that it comes with a blade. So I'm not sure what blade will attach that, but it does say blade attacher. I'm sure someone will know. I'm sure someone else doing mod reviews today will find out and will know. My mind would be DJ probably. He knows everything. I don't know how, but he does. Or back to no again. Then wheel brand, we've got Lizard with the LSWs, and then we've got Michelin. Those are the two choices. Under the LSWs, and they are absolute beasts, LSW with weight, and the weight's over the back. Those are two choices under Lizard. Under Michelin, though, we've got an absolute plethora. So, row crop 30 with weights, row crop dual 30s, weights inside, weights outside. Then we got weights at the back, I think. Yep. Then we go to triples. Let's come out a little bit more. And then we've got weights one. Oh, so it's just weights across. Yep. Then we go to 710 singles, hubs, weights on the back, hubs and weights on the back, single weights front. There's a multitude of different hubs and weights. Then we go to 710 duals, weights inside, weights outside rear, front, all round. Then we go to 800 singles, again a load of different hub and weight configurations. Then we go to the 800 duals, weights inside, weights rear, weights front, weights all. Back to row crop 30. So yeah, quite a few options to choose from there. On the back, we have got standard attacher for your large implements. You can have that with PTO. Then you can have a 3-point hitch on the back. That's 10,999. I mean, not horrendous. Then we've got US version, which looks like this. Then we've got the standard Aussie version, which has the extra signs added on. Then we have the EU version, which puts those lovely warning markers on there, but it takes the indicator stalks off up the top above the wheels if you go for the EU version. Puts reflectors and different stickers in different places. The attention to detail on that, the decal placements and stuff all change as well. So yeah, wow. Incredible. Then engine, this way gets interesting too. We've got a 484 horsepower, 539 horsepower, 594, 649, 691 horsepower. So for the 640, which does add on 169 grand to be fair, takes the price up over 600,000, but 691 horsepower. Awesome. It doesn't really matter which one I get in, does it? Let's get in this one. I just love the sharp angles on the newer versions. The animation on everything is great. Slight transmission whine as well. Lighting on it is crazy. Look at that. What's also cool, if you know me, you know I like my beacons and hazard lights. We've got stroby beacons, look at those. This makes me very happy. Like I say, I'm not particularly a John Deere nut, but I do appreciate a good mod. I appreciate all the mods. I appreciate all the modders. I don't want people saying, oh, yeah, you know, you only like certain people. Not at all. So, indicators, again, like the LED on the stalks. Look at those. Very cool. What other options did we have? Better check. So under R1 and right stick side to side. Oh, that was it. So from interior, which is also very great, R1 and right stick side to side, we can move our seat. So let's sit more central. Which you would do in the field to the side, so you can look behind a lot easier because your seat's already at an angle. You're not leaning all the way back round. It's a little bit more comfortable for the driver. Swing that back round, and then we've got under L1, R1 and right stick side to side. Door opens, interior light comes on when you do. Let's do that from the outside. There you go, look, interior light comes on. Sounds great, looks great. What a lovely way to finish off the week. So there we go, that's it. The John Deere 9R Series 2021 by SiiD Modding. That's it for another week. Unless they put anything up tomorrow. Who knows? We have got another set of fact sheets dropped while I was starting to prep all this. I'll try and get that done as well. So that'll be another potentially 8 implements to look at. No maps today. Again, as far as I'm aware at the moment, no maps today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, have a wonderful weekend. And thanks for watching.